What's up, I'm Brian Tong, and welcome to the Apple Bite. We're at E3 covering video games galore, and I told you we put together an email episode for you, the Apple Biters, so let's jump in. We always get emails asking about what's happening at WWDC and everything iPhone. Terrell Johnson writes in, I know the new software update is almost here and usable for us 3G users, but there is also hearsay that Apple is launching a new version of the iPhone this year. Thanks, Terrell. WWDC will be all about the iPhone 3.0 software and Apple's new OS Snow Leopard, but the iPhone is on a yearly product life cycle, and if you check your calendars, it's been a year since the last release, so I really think Apple will announce the new iPhone, but it won't be available until sometime in July. Because you know Apple wants to see lines wrapped around their retail stores, and it will be no different this time around. Now this one's from Roger Chan. So when is the iPhone 3.0 update coming to us? A specific time this summer at WWDC? Well, Roger, the beta keeps getting better, and they released push notifications for testing a few weeks ago, but to play it safe, they're probably going to release it with the launch of the new iPhone in mid-July. Now, what did you have for lunch? Asked Jacob. Egg salad sandwich. Matthew Stone says, what new feature on iPhone 3.0 will you use the most? I'm using the beta right now, and I canceled text messages before they send out a lot, but then they got rid of it on the most recent update, so they better bring it back or I'm throwing out more bad apples. And I'm sorry guys, copy and paste is nice, but I've only used it like 3 times in 3 months. It's pretty much overrated. Okay, Scott Sharon asks, I have deleted most of the music off my hard drive to save space, and if I change back to the original settings, it will delete most of the music off the iPhone. So how can I get my music from the phone to iTunes without losing most of my other stuff? Well, we have the video just for you.
Thanks to Alan for sending along a link to Pod to PC. It's free software that allows you to take the files off your iPhone without messing with iTunes at all. Go to download.com or podtopc.com and download the software. Once you have it installed, launch the program and hook up your iPhone. It nagged me to visit its website every time I launched it, which was rather annoying, but a small price to pay for free software. The first time you'll launch it, you'll pick your language and get an explanation screen. Also, it will warn you not to have iTunes running at the same time as Pod to PC. Finally, you'll get the main screen, which lists the playlist on your phone and an overall summary of what's on there. When you click on a playlist, you'll see all the tracks in that playlist. A gold star by a song indicates you don't already have it in iTunes. A blue check mark means you already have it, don't worry about it. You also have another tab that allows video previews of any unprotected videos. That means stuff you didn't buy from the iTunes store. To transfer files, check off the boxes. You have an option to check all the tracks in a playlist if you want to do it all in one go. Then go to Edit and Options, and you'll see that the files will be saved to your iTunes Music folder by default, but you can edit that if you want them to be saved somewhere else. When you're ready to get the files off the phone, press the big red transfer button. As the files are being moved, a green arrow will appear next to them. Once the files have finished transferring, you'll get a notice of how many files transferred. I stopped mine at 4 to keep this video short. It tells you that the playlist of those tracks has been saved to your desktop. Now that's important. Using the playlist is going to make it easier to add these tracks to iTunes. Otherwise you'd have to hunt them all down one by one and add them manually. Now close Pod to PC and open iTunes. Go to File, select Library, and then Import Playlist. Open the playlist. iTunes will add the new songs to the library, and they'll show up in the main library. And there you have it. Now you can get any file off an iPod or iPhone. You can also get Pod to Mac, which does the same thing for Macs, or Pod Photo Transfer, which copies photos off an iPod or iPhone for you. Hope this helps you free some songs. I'm Tom Merritt, CNET.com.
Thank you, Mr. Tom. Okay, people wrote in about the Sling Player app that I ripped on because it doesn't work with 3G, but Nathan Thompson and others wrote in saying, if you simply jailbreak your iPhone, you can download Tricker 3G from Cydia, and it will allow you to use any app made specifically for Wi-Fi on 3G. So for those that don't know, Cydia is the app that gives you access to applications on jailbroken phones, which leads me to the next question. Sam Gonzalez asks, hey Brian, just curious on your stance when it comes to jailbreaking the iPhone. Hey Sam, I don't have a problem with it at all. It unlocks a lot of other great features, but it voids your warranty, and really it's a pain to keep waiting for the next jailbreak update every time Apple releases their own update. So if you want to play that game of cat and mouse, feel free to. Now, more questions. Jethro Brink from the UK asks, how many hair products do you use daily? Jethro, it's 1. And I know you're shocked, but it's Sumo Tech from Bumble and Bumble. And guess what? Other CNET personalities have used it too, but I'm not giving away any names. Rob Salmon saw the episode where I asked for an app that helps organize wardrobe. And guess what? There's an app for that. It's called Cool Guy for the fellas and Stylish Girl for the ladies. And I had no idea, but metrosexuals and divas can now rejoice. And we finish things off with Dale Matthews. I love the podcast, man, but I have to bust on you. On your last podcast, your voice was cracking about as much as Phil Schiller's. Classic irony. All right, sorry, Dale, but that's how I normally talk, and thanks for watching. We'll be back next week covering all things WWDC, and I'm sure more news and rumors will pop up while I'm gone, so send your emails to theapplebite@cnet.com. I'm Brian Tong. Thanks for watching, and come back next time for another bite of the apple. Hey guys, Brian Tong here, and if you're looking to see the top dogs in tech face off, then you need to watch CNET's Prize Fight. We'll throw touchscreen phones in the ring, reignite the console wars, battle web browsers, and more. So you can find it all at cnet.com/prizefight, and I'll see you there. Whoop-ah!